Myself JOTHIGA, Department of B.B.A. CA. Today we are discussing topic about the business law. So what is business law? Business law is nothing but it is set of rules. First of all, we can see the definition of law. Law means it's a set of rules. Broadly speaking, it may be defined as the rule of content recognized and enforced by the state to control and regulate the people to protect their property and constitutional right with the view of searching justice and peaceful living and social security. So this is the definition of the law. Next we are see about the meaning of business law. So what is this business law? Business law is the nothing but defined as the branch of law which considered of the law relating to the trade. Another one is industry and commerce. It one of the important branches of civil law. Civil law is also called as a commercial law. It includes law relating to the various contract like partnership, companies, negotiable insurance. What is negotiable instruments? Negotiable instruments is nothing but is the movable goods and the other things. So next insurance, carriage of goods and etc. So more or like the related to the business law. Next we are seeing the law of contract. So what is the contract? So somewhere between one people to another people, so mutual agreement to movable the contract. So first of all, according to section 2HA of the Indian Contract Act 1872, an agreement enforceable law is a contract. In other words, an agreement which can be enforceable in a court of law is also known as a contract. On analyzing, this is the definition. The contract must be following two elements. An agreement and enforceability of the agreement. So these are known as the two elements of the law of contract. So is the form of the equation form is the contract equal to an agreement plus enforceable of the agreement. So this is the form of the equation of the form. So next we can see the agreement. So what is agreement? According to agreement is contract as same as the one thing down. So according to section 2E of the Indian Contract Act 1872, every promises and every set of promises forming the consideration for the each other in a agreement. So another point one is the agreement to selling the Indian Contract Act 1872. A agreement proposal when accepted becomes a promise. So agreement is also another equation form. So first one is agreement equal to offer plus acceptance of offer. So offer means proposal. So acceptance of offer means is the proposal to the same thing known as there. So next we can see the sources of law. So what is sources of law? So sources of law is the nothing but what is the establishment from the history of the England. So first one is we can see the English law, jurial jurisdiction, customs and usage and Indian statute. So most of the people of the using the law is the English law. So what is English law? English law is separate for the four category. So first one is English common law. So another one is equities. Then law of merchant. So what is law of merchant is so Indian Contract Act to merge to the business law. So another one is statute law. So these are known as the sources of law. So next we can see classification of contract or the types. So whatever may be. So first one is three formation of the classification of a contract. So first one is validity, formation, performance. So these are the main type classification of contract. So first one is validity. Validity of the 5 sub contract of the business law. So first one is valid contract, void contract, illegal contract and enforceable contract. So these are known as the above the validity of the contract. So next one is formation of contract. What is the formation of the contract? Formation contract is the expression contract, implied contract, quasi contract, transit contract. So these are known as the formation of the contract. So next is performance based contracts. So these are the mutually performance based the law of produced. So first one is executed contract, executory contract, unilateral contract, the bilateral contract. So these are known as the performance based contract. So three formations of the main important of the validity contract, formation contract, performance contract. So these all are known as the classification of the contract. So next we can see essential of valid contract. So what is the essential means? Essential means is the need for the business law or the agreement or contract. So these things are the most important thing. Okay wow. So first one is offer and acceptance. So what is offer and acceptance? So one person is the offer to me, so another person is accept to for other. So next one, the legal relationship. So legal relationship is means the person who become a minor. So not do minor, it's a major person or no. So next one is lawful consideration, capacity of parties. What is the capacity of the parties? Capacity of the parties the means the person eligible for the contract. So next one is free consent, lawful object, writing and registration. So writing is registration is every contract are to set to by the writing written to the oral. So some other contracts are oral written. So some other things to will the writing and registration. So next one the certainty. So next we can see the discharge of contract. So what is discharge of contract? Discharge of contract is the nothing but the between the law is vulnerable to the break into the movable ஆகாம இருக்கிறமோ அதான் is the discharge of contract. So first one is when the rights, the obligation arising out of the contract are executed, the contract is said to be a discharged or terminated. Thus the discharge of a contract means that the parties are no more liable under the contract. So next, modes of discharge of contract. So what is modes of discharge of contract? So same thing is the essential of the law. So first point is by performance, by operation of law, discharge by an agreement and consent, discharge of impossibility section 56. Next one the discharge of by lapse of time, then alteration, then final one is novation. So these are known as the modes of discharge of contract. Next we can see the remedies of breach of contract. So what is remedy? Remedy means is the solution. Okay wow. First one is rescission of the contracts. Another thing is damage for the loss of suffered, suit for the specific performance, quantum merging, suit for injection. So breach of contracts is the one of the important topic to in the business law. Remedies means is the solution. Okay wow. Next we can see the warning agreement. So what is wagering agreement? Wagering agreement is the one of the part of business law. Agreement entered into between parties under the condition that money is payable by the first party to second party on the happening of a future uncertain event and the second party to the first party when the event does not happen are called wagering agreement or wager. There should be a mutual change of profit and loss is a wagering agreement. These are known as the wagering agreement. Next we can see wide agreement. What is wide? Wide means is the contract is unbreakable. So first one is wide means have a no legal value and agreement means arrangement or promise. So next expressly declare to the wide agreement. So these are the wide agreement to the section Y. So first I can tell you first one is agreement by a minor and of or a person of the unsound mind section 11. So next agreement of which of the consideration or object is unlawful section 26. Agreement made under bilateral mistake of the fact material to the agreement section 20. Agreement made without consideration section 25. Agreement by way of wager section 30. Agreement to impossible act section 58. So these are known as the expressly declared wide agreement. Next we can see what is bailment and pledge. So what is bailment? Bailment is the nothing but in law the word of bailment is in the law of the bailment is the used to the technical sense of which means the change in the possession of the good. For example, one person transfer to the good to another person. On the other hand, pledge is kind of bailment in which one person bails into the another person as a security against loan. So these are known as the bailment and pledge. Thank you.